I love worship so much, and I bless the Lord. I am part of a worship ministry, and I'm here with great worshipers, guys. In one of those episodes, I talked about how powerful music is, and today's episode is a special one to just do some worship together and just learn more about worship. Welcome, guys, for this worship episode. I hope you are blessed and you are okay wherever you are. If you're my person, you're a continuing person, or thank you for continuing to work. Thank you for continuing to support us. Thank you so much. If it's your first time here, please feel at home. Be blessed. I love worship so much, and today I'm here with worshipers, guys. Music is so powerful. So be blessed as we just talk about worship. So Mrs. Linda Ketcher is back, and this time round to do worship, to take us through anything about worship, what we can learn about worship, how does she do what she does. Yeah, and she's here with also our great musician, Mr. Omola Lawrence. Yes, and please enjoy the worship. Naingide muchifo kino nempulira amaanyi ge ekitiibwa kye kirabisibwa leero owulira Yesu ali wano ye wabeera watukuvu ye wabeera wakayakana ye wabeera tewenkanika owulira Yesu ali wano wulira Yesu ali wano wulira Yesu ali wano gwememe yange yimba luyimba wulira Yesu ali wano wulira Yesu wulira Yesu ali wano wulira Yesu ali wano gwememe yange yimba luyimba wulira Yesu ali wano. I love you, Lord, for your mercies never failed me, and all my days I've been held in your hands. From the moment that I wake up until I lay my head, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. And all my life you have been faithful. Yes, all my life you have been so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. I love your voice, Jesus. You have led me through the fire, and in darkest night, you were close like no other. I've known you as a father,
I've known you as a friend, and I have lived in the goodness of God. Well, all my life you have been faithful, Jesus. All my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. Yes, all my life, you have been faithful. All my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. Oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. Oh, I will sing. Oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. Oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. Thank you, Jesus.
Amen. Amen.
Yes.
Amen.
Thank you,
Wow.
Jesus.
Thank you so much,
Woo.
Mrs.
Yes,
That was so
Lord.
amazing. You know, worship is just so refreshing. You just feel at peace, you know, you just feel the presence of the Lord. That was so powerful, Mama.
Amen.
We are so blessed.
Amen.
So as we are continuing with this worship, I want you maybe to tell us, what is worship to you? What does worship mean to you?
Woo. Worship is an amazing thing, first of all, and it's a component of very many things put together. The singing, the speaking, the laying flat on the floor, the kneeling down. It's very many things, but for me, worship is keeping my eyes on Jesus and giving him adoration because of who he is. Who he is. His position as God, as omniscient, omnipotent, the creator of heaven and earth. I ascribe greatness to him because of who he is, and that is why I worship. That's, me looking at him and saying, wow, Lord, wow, I am privileged to be before you. I'm privileged to know you, to be known by you. Yes.
Mama, concerning that worship bit, because now, like, we usually hear this time that worship is a lifestyle. How does worship relate with our daily lives?
Okay.
Yeah.
So worship being a lifestyle means that you live conscious of God. You live conscious of the one you are adoring. So you don't just live carelessly. You won't find me in places that are jeopardizing my worship, my adoration of God. You won't find me lying. You won't find me just embracing sin, because I know that the one that I adore hates sin. Yes. So worship as a lifestyle means that every single day of my life, I intentionally live a life that is worthy of him, a life that depicts that I actually adore him. Amen. I usually use this example. I love you, Maureen Hilda.
Oh, I love
So
you,
if
Mama.
I find out that you don't like fish, and then I'm cooking for you a best meal, or we're just going about the day and I want to cook for you, I cannot cook for you fish. That would be very inconsiderate.
Sure.
If I really
sure.
love you, I adore you,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be cooking for you fish knowing that you hate fish.
Yeah, I would say that, oh, Linda, you know that I don't like
You
fish. So
know,
why did you
it
cook
would
it?
like be a miss. I would have like messed up the whole thing. So when I am living out a lifestyle of worship, it's not that I'm going to be singing all day, or it's my meditations are filled with him, with Jesus. My speech is controlled. I don't just say words just to say them. It's also controlled. I don't just be in places that are questionable places.
Yeah.
That everything I do lines up with me representing the one I actually adore. So that I'm not just raising up hands on Sunday morning and yet yesterday night I was doing something wrong. I was doing something that questions my adoration of God. Yes. So that's the lifestyle.
Yeah. Actually, with what you have said, it means that anybody can worship.
Yes.
Because it feels like it is just the people in the worship team or the choir who can worship. But it shows that everyone around us can worship.
Yes.
Because whatever you do, you be conscious of God, guys. That is something very powerful.
Yeah.
Be conscious of God in everything you do, your meditation, your thoughts, and everything.
Yeah.
So I just want you to, because I know you're a worship leader, Mama.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm also in worship. I've been in worship. But tell us about your day. How do you, what before you get on stage, are there any special preparations you do?
Yes.
Yeah, maybe it can encourage maybe someone in the worship team or a musician out there. Tell us about your lifestyle as a worship leader.
Whoa. So I do voice drills.
Okay.
I have to do voice drills or else I'm going to crack. Then I pray. I pray through the songs. I think through the songs because I make the song list. Well, of course, my pastor has to,
Yeah, I know that.
yeah. But
To
when I
confirm
make the
and
song
all that.
list, I'm thinking through the songs. Are they actually going to help me ascribe greatness to God? Or is it just about me feeling all good?
Ascribe greatness to God.
Yes. So I think through the songs, I think through how they're going to match up to be able to help me get to a place where I'm like in awe of God. Yes. And then the first songs, which we usually call praise songs, I look for songs that are going to help me authentically praise God from my heart, like real mean it when I'm dancing, when I'm jumping, I mean everything. So I think one of the things that helped me as I was, starting to lead worship a lot is I would tell myself, you know what, the congregation, those are my brothers and my sisters.
Wow.
I only have audience of one person, God. One person.
Audience
So all
of
the
one.
runs that I make, all the bends there, everything, I am singing to him.
Wow.
I'm not thinking about y'all. No.
For someone to say,
No,
hey,
no.
Mama, that
Those are my brothers and my sisters. They've come for a family meeting. I have audience of one person. So I'm thinking about that. So that helped me put away the fear. Yeah. Just, that fear. But now I'm in front of people. What are they going to think? No, I'm before one person, God. So the other thing that, as a worship leader,
Yes.
I have to take notice of time.
Time.
Yes. I'm not going to be
Time,
out there
yes.
enjoying myself with God and forget that there's a service.
I know. Yes.
I have to take notice of the time. I use the time that I have been given. I don't usually lead all the songs. I delegate different worship leaders to do so. So I have to take notice of the time and keep within the time. God will still move even when people are not singing. Yes. So I have to keep that in mind.
Wow, that is so amazing, Mama. Mama, you talked about so many very important things. But now I'm looking at this person who, they are not in the worship team, but they enjoy that worship, they enjoy it. Is it
Yeah.
that they only have to come on a Sunday morning maybe, or that day when they're doing worship to worship, or they can still do it wherever they are?
Yes, they can still do worship wherever they are, especially if we're talking about worship music. Yeah, you can tune in, a radio, maybe not quite a radio, some advertisements come
depending
through.
on which,
But you can get, there are very many channels on the YouTube that you can plug in. There's Spotify, you just put a musician of your choice, and these people will sing. You can sing along with them. You can allow them to sing over you. You can, you can also sing your own spiritual song as a spiritual person. I mean, he says when we meet together, someone has a psalm, someone has a hymn, someone has a spiritual song. That's in 2 Corinthians 14, 1 Corinthians 14. So really, you can sing to the Lord anywhere you are. You don't have to have a perfect pitch, a perfect voice. You can sing to the Lord. You can worship the Lord in song or in words, wherever you are. You don't have to wait for a stipulated time. Corporate gathering is beautiful and it's one to look forward to, but the one when you are alone, that one hits hard. Yes.
Wow, yeah. So maybe second last, I would want to, I just wanted to encourage maybe a worshiper out there. How can they continue worshiping even when things are not like going as they want? Maybe someone is going through maybe a heartbreak. Maybe someone is going through recovering from a sickness. Can we still come up and worship even when all things are not going on? What do you think about that? What do you have to say about that?
There's a song by Stephanie that says, "You don't belittle my pain and my suffering." Whenever I remember that line, I'm like, God walks with us in the valley of the shadow of death. It doesn't change who he is, whether it's by the still waters, by the green pastures, or in the valley of the shadow of death. He doesn't change. So my worship of him cannot change, is not supposed to change, because I worship him for who he is.
It's not based on the circumstances around us.
It's for who he is, and he apparently deserves it.
Deserves the worship.
Yes, he deserves the worship. So me worshiping him, it should come from a place of, irrespective of what I'm going through, you are who you say you are. You are who you say you are. And to encourage you guys, like sorrow may last in the night, but joy comes in the morning. Yes. So that situation, that season, it's coming to an end. Please don't linger there. My people, our people, come on. Let's worship him for who he is. He deserves it. I've been in tough situations. I was nursing my child, and it was really hard. He was sick, and we prayed. We sang over him. Nothing was changing, but it didn't change our worship. We just kept singing to God, kept praising God, just kept declaring and acknowledging who God is. And after some days, we were able to do a surgery. We were able to realize it's actually a miracle. All these things were happening right front and center, but that didn't change who he is. It doesn't change who God is. So if we can keep our place, if we can keep our minds focused on who he is, it will help us to worship him even with the pain. Yeah.
Wow. That is so wonderful, Mama.
Yeah.
I love that, that our circumstances shouldn't limit our worship, because our worship is unto God.
Yeah.
Man. So as we conclude this episode, Mama, would want to tell us which song is speaking to you in this season, the title and the artist.
Let's see, many songs.
Many songs. I know sometimes,
but I
so
know
fail to
we
choose.
share one. Firm Foundation by Cody Kane.
Wow, that song. My God,
Woo!
my
Christ
God.
is my firm foundation. Hey, the rock on which I stand.
Everything
Around me is shaken. Katukomao lyrics
Katukomao.
sinazikwata bulungi.
Yeah, but thank you guys for joining in. Well, I hope you are blessed. Be encouraged wherever you are. You can still worship even if you're not a worshiper, and your situation or circumstances should not stop you from worshiping the one true God. He deserves our worship.
Yes.
And you have to be encouraged that even when everything is going on, he is still working. He will not fail us.
Amen.
He is a good God. Just as we sang today, the goodness of God. Yes. May God be good to you. I hope to see you soon. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and also click on the notification for all the latest uploads that will be coming your way. Thank you, Mama, for joining us. We love you all, and
Love you too.
bye-bye.